Hey, everybody. Welcome to Metal Movies and Brewskis Live. I'm your host, Matt Burke, and tonight we're going to be talking on all kinds of metal, man. We got monsters, comics, movies, you name it, man. We got it. Metal Movies and Brewskis Live, and it's midnight. And my buddy, Brian Van Shrek.
It used to. I used to have the nickname Baron Wolfgang von Schreck. That was like my internet name.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, the very first internet name I had, Neo.
Neo, like from the Matrix.
How crazy is that?
Or the rapper Neo. I think there's a rapper called Neo.
Is there? Is he one of those mumble rappers? One of those guys that sounds like he has like a mouthful of marbles or something?
Yeah. I don't know, maybe. I just remember seeing the name. I think it was like NE hyphen like YO and with like an H or something like that.
Okay. That's shit for the youngins.
I was like, hard pass.
Yeah, man.
Get out of here. Yeah, absolutely. Man. So the other day on the Twattersphere, there was like some new account, like some that I seen that you were like retweeting or something like that, some horror like kind of viewing group or whatever. And they were talking about fucking they were talking about the situation with the Tubi, man. And we kind of touched base on that a little bit on the Spaghetti Showdown. And yeah, man, I kind of wanted to go into that a little bit. Just read read that post. For us, I think it's a big deal, you know. So right here, you know, is so put heads up mutants who used Tubi. According to Brad Henderson of TerrorVision, Tubi has been actively asking producers to cut and edit content out of their movies and or cutting it out themselves. It hasn't been all across the board, but in the group where the post was made, members noticed a number of 70s genre films were cut as much as 15 to 20 minutes. So check the running times before you decide to watch. What do you think about this, Brian?
We can never have anything good. We can't have nice things, right? Tubi was, and maybe even still is, like the best of like the streaming networks.
Yeah,
right?
It's the pinnacle as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. Better horror selection than Shudder.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
And now it's just, and here's the thing too. It's like, you know, you get people who are like, oh, well, they're just going to mess with like the mainstream shit. They're not going to come for our shit. Yeah, they're going to come for your shit too.
Always, man.
Always. Once they know it exists and that people are actually watching that shit, yeah, they're coming for it. So for me, this just reinforces the importance of physical media.
100%, man.
They're coming for our shit. You know, we got that really close to that childhood dream I had of like having a remote control and being able to watch any movie at any time with a flick of a switch, right?
Yeah, man.
But they got to control what goes in and out of our eyes and ears. And so it is what it is.
And it's almost like, you know, we always have this conversation. You bring it up a lot, and we're going to continue to bring it up. And it's just one of those evergreen topics is, I'm going to buy the 4K release of this. I'm going to buy the fucking Blu-ray release. I'm going to buy the DVD release. And it's like, now you kind of need to, because your Blu-ray player might break. Your 4K player might break. Your VHS might break. And you're going to need to have all that stuff on, you know, on lock in the chamber ready, because all of our stuff's going to be edited practically. It seems like, you know, I've been doing more research on this. I mean, I did a little bit before the show to kind of set up the topics. And I noticed that there's been some stuff where people were talking about editing, and then there was some clapbacks, you know, oh, it's not going down like that. You know, we're not editing stuff. And I don't know.
Of course they're not. And what up, Keith? And to me, like the incident with Criterion, the Criterion channel editing the French Connection, that's historic. No, for most people, you wouldn't, you know, like,
it's a car chase, you know,
right? But also, it's just like Criterion. If you're not familiar, Criterion always put out, like, they were like the Rolls Royce of DVDs and Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Right?
I remember that.
So, like for instance, the set that I got for like the Night of the Living Dead transfer, it came with the graphic novel, it came with all this like cool stuff, extras out the ass, and you know, just an astonishingly beautiful transfer. they have always been about film restoration and film preservation. So when they're fucking with shit now, it does not bode well. It does not bode well.
Because they're not supposed to be, you know, in with the fucking, so.
And you're advertising that you're not fucking with your movies, and people are watching your shit because they're expecting their movies not to be fucked with, and you're fucking with their movies.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I hope that they kind of see what they're doing, and like, I don't know, man. Like, they kind of take a step back. But I mean, that's something that you're always talking about, like that's going to happen, and it's like the whack-a-mole, and you're coming for your shit, and it's good. Like, I mean, like for me, I'm always trying to, shill everywhere I can, you know what I mean? Like all the time, as much as possible, because everything can get taken down, and like right now, I have the ability to show my metal music I like, movie trailers, you know what I mean? Like as soon as you get monetized, your shit like gets taken away. You know what I mean?
know. I know.
So I'm gonna run this bitch like Headbangers Ball, dude, as much as I can. You know what I mean? To a certain degree.
I know what you mean because they're sometimes I'm like, damn, I gotta get monetized. I'm like, oh, but shit, if I get monetized,
yeah, dude, I just
like gonna be keeping an eye on my shit.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. I don't know, man.
It's insane.
Yeah,
but I do see one thing that could come out of this.
What's that?
And that is that things go back to where they were prior to the year 2000. Where it was a collector's market, right? Because now there's all these dope ass fucking copies of movies that we love, right?
Yeah.
And so if you can't buy those anymore, if they're out of print, well, people are going to be obviously selling theirs for like mega bucks on eBay. But also, then it's going to become an underground thing. People are going to be making rips for each other. Do you know what I'm saying? It's going to become like it was before the advent of DVD. So, it's just what drives me crazy is that it's going to make it like us to worry. The people that are going to have to worry are the people that aren't even into this shit yet, or just getting into it. Right? Like people that like didn't know it existed until they were just like flipping through Tubi and you're like, what the hell is this? And next thing you know, they're balls deep in fucking horror and cult cinema and like the cool fly shit.
Help. What's up? How's it going, Cross Comics? Thanks for tuning in, man. That's Rick Piper, man. I met him at Dillard's. Nice guy. He's a fellow Canadian, like our buddy Sim. Collectors are and archivists are basically the same thing. Wink. Yeah, no, for reals, man.
Yes.
And Brian was talking about the underground, like it's going to be kind of like that. And speaking of underground, now, this wasn't underground, but as part of the TMNT movement and all the crazy cartoons that came out in the 90s, this was one of the favorite cartoons of mine. It's actually on Tubi right now, and I've been watching it with my kids. It's the Toxic Crusaders. As a child, I had the toys, and some of them were really cool, man. I had TOXI, but I figured I would show some right here. You got Bonehead. You got this guy right here, Dr. Killamoff. You have the
multiple arms,
the headbanger on the left.
Tromaville, and everybody from Tromaville, I guess, is like, transformed by like toxic waste.
Yeah, and there's continuity too. Like there's canon, there's lore that keeps going with each episode, which I liked a lot because I went back and started watching. I'm like, damn, this is dope. And it's cheeseball fun, kid stuff, but it's still fun. Right. And then you got the junkyard dog. Like, he's pretty badass. My favorite was Major Disaster. Then you got No Zone with the big nose. It's just funny. Psycho, Radiation Ranger, and you got TOXI. And then there's some stuff out there too where they have like season 2 of toys that were going to come out, but they never did. And I always loved that TOXI. Here's some of the vehicles. I had the TOXI skateboard right here. I didn't get none of these other ones. Like, these are dope, dude. Like the Toxic, the Smog Cycle. I had the Crusader skater. That was the one I had.
Smog Cycle.
yeah, dude, this is awesome, bro. Like, I like
It's
this stuff.
crazy that these got made.
Like, they got
And
made,
that
man.
cartoon got made. It's
The
just
cartoon,
bizarre.
yeah, the cartoon got made, and oh man, it was just like a big part of my childhood, you know. And like
Oh, wow.
even my cousin had it, and I went to his house, and he had all that stuff. And let's see here, I have a toy of the Doctor. Yeah, the Doctor was cool too. And like once he takes his mask off, I think he's like this arachnoid type character like that.
Yeah.
So he's just wearing that cool like gas mask. But I don't know.
And
I thought
the toy, it just like you can take the mask off on the toy.
I don't remember if you could do that or not. But yeah, man, like that was my introduction to the Toxic Avenger. I had seen like the poster from the movie right here, of the Toxic Avenger. But I had never. I was like, oh, there's a movie of that. There's a movie of that, and like kids were like, there's no movie of that. It was kind of like for kids, it was just like an urban legend, like a cryptid, but it existed,
that's great.
So once I got into older, I got into my 20s. I found out about the other Toxic Avenger movies. You know what I mean? Those are 4-part. So I bought the 4-part set, and I just loved it. I found out about Trauma and all the different movies and Poultrygeist, and I just thought it was hilarious, man. There's Toxic Avenger 2 right there. Here's the movies. And then the 4th one, there's like 2 Toxies. There's like a Yahtzee one where he's got to fight and he's trying to come after him. Or it's the fifth one. And Michael Jai White was popping up in there, the guy that played Spawn.
Really?
Yeah, a young Michael Jai White. I think he's in the 2nd one. But yeah, man.
Wow, is that the one that's in Japan, that was shot in Japan?
You know what? To be honest, I don't know. But
because I didn't really keep up with the sequels, but the first one is amazing. I still remember like renting that and watching that with like my brother and like some of our friends, and we were just like, "This is awesome."
Yeah, this is awesome.
But who looks at that? Who watches that movie and goes, "You know what? This would make a great like children's cartoon."
Oh, I know. No,
but it was because of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing.
Yeah, because they're both kind of similar with like toxic waste and whatnot. And it kind of, I don't know, it was just like a, I don't know, kind of a turnkey thing, But like a few months back, I seen that they had a remake coming out with Peter Dinklage playing the actual playing TOXI. Yeah, and it's got Kevin Bacon in it, Elijah Wood, and a pretty popular director that's doing this. Here's the trailer right now, the teaser. This doesn't come out yet.
There are still no leads as to the identity of
the freaky folk hero remains at large. Sir, what did you see last night?
I heard gunshots, saw blood. Handsome fella had his arm tore off like wet bread, and the creature run off into the night.
He looks like a fucked up hot dog.
That part was very shocking to me. Motherfucker.
Can we put that up? Anyone that may have encountered the strange. Breaking news, a group of armed extremists, the nasty lads, they've taken hostages at a Mistmeat Lunchatorium downtown.
Let's go live.
Go
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. He's a hero.
The Toxic Avenger.
That's what the kids are calling him. I think it's swell.
Sitges Festival, that's like the festival in for like horror movies and science fiction and fantasy and that sort of thing, especially horror.
What do you think? What I mean, as far as the trailer goes, I have my thoughts. What are yours for the teaser?
Cautiously optimistic.
For me, when I first saw it, I was a little like butthurt. Like, dude, Peter Dinklage, like he's a little bitch, like talking all that shit, like kind of gatekeeping like the dwarf community.
No, I know.
So I had that, but then I'm like thinking of the character thing. You got to separate the art from the artist, And I'm just thinking like, damn, that would be pretty dope. Like for me personally, I'm a little more terrified of smaller people than I am of taller people because they have the better center of gravity and they're stronger and they're brutal and they can fuck you up. Hence Wolverine. And
yeah, they can.
That's just alone. And I just know a lot of short, strong, fast, like killers, dude. And so when I see that, I'm just like, dude, yeah, that's scary, bro. And he's just coming around with that killer mop. His mop's glowing like with this crazy like toxic like I don't know, orb or like crystal or something, energy.
Right.
He's a good actor, bro. He's a good actor. So
he's a brilliant actor. He's a
I'm
brilliant
excited.
actor.
I'm excited for the movie,
Yeah.
and I was like trying to like think like there was a I was like, man, this movie should have been like the trailer should have popped by now. And I found the teaser, and because I had seen that it was on Yahoo, they were promoting it like 6 months ago or something like that. So yeah, man, seems pretty fun.
Yeah,
though.
I mean, with Peter Dinklage, it's like I remember reading a Game of Thrones. That's the first novel in the series, and the character Tyrion Lannister. I remember just thinking like Peter Dinklage would be awesome.
What
in this.
is he a dwarf in the book too, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
he's like the actor, right?
Right, because he had been in a movie called The Station Agent.
I remember from In Bruges. That was the first movie I remember seeing him in.
In Bruges.
Another one too, like Fanboys or something like that.
Yeah, he had some smaller roles, but the movie that really put him on the map was The Station Agent, and he was just fucking brilliant in it. So he's a fantastic actor. But look, we did the Omega Man the other week. I'm as far away from Charlton Heston politically as you can get. He was pro censorship. Remember, he did the body count thing. Die, pig, die. He was like reading the fucking
die, pig, die.
Die, pig, die.
Hey.
So anybody that's pro censorship, like, I'm against that shit. You're a fucking fascist if you're pro censorship.
Yeah.
Right. But that doesn't change the fact that he whips much ass as Neville in the Omega Man, and I don't enjoy it any less.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I was gonna say, man, we have next week. I'm gonna be launching Butch Cleaver 2 on here. I got all my Butch Cleaver stuff. It's gonna be on Fund My Comic, so I wanted to do a quick little shill for that. I got the campaign up right now. Next week's gonna be, if you guys don't know, it's gonna be St. Patrick's Day, and we're gonna be going live at midnight, same time. And
I'm going to be very happy that I'm not in New York City because the sidewalks are going to be covered in green vomit.
Yeah, green vomit. This is just a little preview right here of the campaign page right now. It's not live yet. Here's one of the first pages to kind of catch you up if you didn't read the first book. You got Butch talking in his head. I like the internal monologues inspired by like some of the, detective books, Batman, stuff like that. I could mold bone at will. Almost anything I imagined could become a bone manifestation. I became a better gunslinger, sometimes telling the bullets where to go. When I was alive, I couldn't tell the difference between man or beast. They all bled out the same. I had forgotten about Greenie and that beast or kin. I'm betting the voodoo doll is somehow responsible for me being walked the earth as bone and such. That's why I need answers. So that's kind of a little page right there. It's showing a little bit of the story where he's catching up from the first one.
It's like it looks like a stained glass painting. Like I remember Matt Wagner doing stuff like that for Grendel back in the day.
Yeah, definitely, man. That was definitely the inspiration for that. I love cathedrals and stained glass, and
me too.
What up, Edwin? Thanks for stopping by, brother. I just read the other night the Ace 2. I can't wait for the next book. That book was awesome. I love that universe. I have a bunch of what is it? I have a meat wagon tier on here. It's got like a bunch of stickers and stuff, and the poster, and I got the a sticker from back in the day by 6 a.m. So you guys can add that. And man, there's all Butch Cleaver stuff. I got some original art that comes with everything. Basically, you buy a page, you're going to get both books, and you're going to get the meat wagon tier as well. Some pictures are more than others, and I'm also going to have the first book on here. Hopefully, you'll see my growth as a comic book creator. Right here, you got the town Oubliette. This is from the first book. You get to see Butch looking out over his town. Oubliette, 1880s. They came, artists from the old world. They built stone gargoyle structures, buildings like Notre Dame, cathedrals. The West blew through town like with bordellos, voodoo, and saloons. In the midst of a short-lived renaissance, a city of ruin remains, and a barren era arises. I wanted to basically show people say it's good to kind of set the tone of the world. So I did that on the first page, and I wanted people to know that there was going to be saloons and cathedrals like on every street, and I wanted people to know that there's going to be pirates and Vikings and junk ships with opium trade and all kinds of fun stuff. So I didn't get into that too much in this, but yeah, this is it, guys. You stop sharing that.
It's a really engaging
and
world.
Thanks,
like,
man.
I mean, it's really original, and it's really it's very you, which is good. Which is the thing that you want to be able to say when you're reading a comic book, that that the author is present.
Thanks, man. Keith, this is all previously released material from my prior campaigns. I'm just launching on Fund My Comic, and it's going to be a in-demand store for at least a year until I launch Hell War. Then that'll be the next campaign. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, I will say though, the first 10 backers are going to get trading cards by me. I don't know if I could show them right here. I'll try really quick to see if you guys could see them. That right there is Raw Meat Ren. It's kind of hard to see, actually.
A little bit, but I can make them out. You might want to just tilt them a little bit. That's what I always find is the solution. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Butch,
yeah.
Butch with his rag face, leopard Butch. That's what I call him. There's a skeletal Butch.
Boned out.
I got, and these aren't done yet either. I'm going to add a little more things to them. I got a Opie old possum right there, the old possum, the bounty hunter from the first book.
Yeah.
Moth Mammon right there. Sorry, guys.
You got it.
Got Whitey Ratatouille right there, the white rat.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's really white, so it's really hard to see.
Well, it's just white. He's called Whitey.
The voodoo doll right there.
Oh, I love that character.
The preacher pimp of the Oubliette town. And I got Butch Cleaver before he gets fucked up. And then, yeah, there's one of the other Butches. So I got another card or so to draw. And yeah, the first 10 backers are going to get one of those. And the first backer is going to get the Fund My Comic logo that I designed, the actual original art. So that's going to go in there. And enough shilling for that. Thanks, brother.
It's so cool.
Thank you, man.
Like, everybody should do that.
I have oh yeah, I mean, I was just thinking, like, what can I do to make this special? You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't wait to do one for Hell War, and I'd love to do one for, if I'm lucky to everything works out the way it's supposed to for every campaign on there. Why am I doing solo? Sorry. Get my stupid face off there.
No reason not to.
I wanted to do something a little different this week and switch it up. One of my favorite bands, Dark Tranquility, they're coming out with a new album, and there's a brand new song, and I've never heard it. So there's reaction videos, and people were like, "Oh snap! Oh!" They're going all crazy, like they never heard the song when they first hear it, and it's totally fake. So I swear I've never heard the song. I've heard the first 15 seconds of the song. So you guys, we're gonna listen to this. This is Dark Tranquility. I don't know. I might not like the song. I'm gonna tell you how I feel after I hear it. So
see, I've just discovered them through you.
Oh, really?
And so I'm catching up with their discographies, and so I think they're awesome. And but you never know if you're gonna like the new shit or not.
I don't know. Yeah, so I was like,
you might not like it the first time you hear it.
I might not. It might take 3 listens, but usually I'm kind of like, okay, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But let me share this real quick. And this dude's like very prolific, man. He's got the Halo Effect, and he's got this band, like, brand new albums coming out. So give it a gander.
Oh yeah. So Sabbathy.
Yeah, I like it. It's dope.
Our failure to accept what ceases to be, to give up on the idea of self. We can fail to meet with our grand ideas, go across but we move up from the plan. Here at shadows and here at nothingness, we lost. This is the last page. scream is written to the night eternal. This is the last imagination. One final set of truth.
Yeah, boy.
That's just
Yeah,
fucking.
boy.
That's just hard.
You shall be nothing.
The slash.
You're lost as the time is short. Well, we've been on path to embrace, and now that is over before it's begun. Now this endless midnight eternal dawn is around. This is the last page of the story no one else will ever read. The last imagination, one final set of truth. Whenever silent scream is written to the night eternal. This is the last imagination, one final set of truth.
Probably gonna break right here. Yep. Little melodic breakdown. I knew it.
Break it
They're
down.
formulaic, but in a good way.
Right, right. This is the same singer too. All the entire discography, right?
When a story no one else will ever read.
Oh hell yeah! Solo action.
I think I know what this song is about too. Yeah, well, Ethan can keep going. That's fine.
This is the last page for the story no one else will ever read. The last imagination, one final set of truths. Whenever silent scream is written to the night eternal. This is the last imagination, one final set of truths.
Sweet.
It's all a big ass pin, like in the picture for the album.
4 horns up. I like that.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah, man. And the title, and from listening to the lyrics, I can tell what that's about. It's about like an artist's last creation that never really even leaves their head and never ends up on the page.
That's crazy. That might be the last album, dude, because it's just the singer and the keyboard player now. That's like the only survivors. And then
Well, they've been around for like what, 20 plus years?
Yeah, and then him and the old members of In Flames started a brand new band. You know, like the drummer of In Flames, like peak era In Flames, the founding member of In Flames, Jesper Stromblad. Yeah. He's the lead guitar player of the Halo Effect. The bass player, the drummer, the other guitar player, Nicholas England. So, and they sound like In Flames and Dark Tranquillity put together, like the other band. You know,
so it's like a super group, sort of.
It is. It's a super Gothenburg melodic death metal group. So they're dope. I want to see them, man.
That's right. They're from the same turf.
Yeah, they're all from Gothenburg and Bildal. I want to go over there, man. I want to go to Norway's, you know, just Sweden, all over that, man. It looks awesome. Great. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Like hearing a song for once, you know, like first time.
Yeah.
Usually songs do take like a couple listens, but as soon as that guitar, like the picking hopped in, and then the accenting with the drums, I'm like, oh, this sounds dope. Like,
that's very accessible.
I'm kind of basic bitch made for certain stuff, you know, like that. I'm like, oh, that shit's gonna sub, dude. Like. It's almost like it's got the like cool grooves throughout the song. It's just gonna hit like there's like breakdowny verses. Yeah, it's like a little bit of groove, kind of like Pantera in some ways, like the double bass with accenting the but it had a cool melody too. So and it usually
it's not an inaccessible tune.
Nah,
quite the opposite. It's catchy.
It's catchy as fuck. And then usually like the last 2 or 3 albums, I think at least the last 2, they usually would have like kind of like a slower song, a slow heavy song, you know, but with like, you know, but they haven't done like a fast one. Cause like, dude, most of their songs, like I would talk to my homie Fan and like a bunch of dudes, you know, and like most of the time they have like a punk beat. I would always say a DT beat because Dark Tranquillity, because like 80% of their songs would have the same beat, like they would always do that, which I'm down with because it's just like they're just fast, dude. So I like that.
Metal's
shit.
all about the drums, man. People think it's all about the guitars. No, it's about the drums actually.
And then usually they like the chorus would bump into it would slow down and go into a double bass like a with the kick, but then it would go back into like a punk beat. But I was thinking about we could show off a new campaign right now. There's one that just launched this week called a JAEGER Bomb. I don't know if you've heard of it by Donald DeLay.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it yet, and I haven't seen the campaign yet. But Mr. DeLay is a formidable talent.
So it's a what happens with a luchador goes head to head with a kaiju. Yeah, sold.
Push like over those genres.
Push over Kevin Curran, a nobody Joe scraping the bottom of the barrel he calls his life, is thrown into the world of lucha libre and kaiju fighting. Join this new kind of hero who will steal your heart. I did back this book. I've been waiting for this book for a long time, Brian. He was on here talking maybe 6 months ago. The book's in black and white, and I think it's like 70 something pages, dude, and it's $15. So I was like, dude, I'm in, bro. And
that's great.
It just looks fun, you know. It's just like
and I love his art.
Yeah, a lot of energy, and he does a lot of style switches, and he can do a lot of styles. He's again one of the chameleons of the movement, you know.
Yeah,
he can do a lot of Swiss Army knifing.
For sure. But his stuff always has a certain character to it. Kaiju. I didn't think about that. Like even El Santo never fought a kaiju before.
Nah, man.
But it's like obviously like crossing the genres, mixing them.
He's gonna be coming on again in a couple weeks, so I'm gonna pick his head about El Santo. You know, I thought I did last time, but I think I probably did. But I want to talk about it some more. El Santo's a badass. But yeah, if you guys can, let me drop the link in the description, or in the chat. Sorry. And if you guys want, you could go and back the book. He's not doing really the heavy promo tour. You know what I mean? He's just jumping on a couple of shows. He's trying to gauge his audience just to see like who will back it for the most part without him having to do too much like doing the CG strip. You know what I mean? Like hitting all the shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of like how I put my shit on a Kickstarter and didn't promote it like on purpose just to kind of just see. Like,
yeah,
you know,
it's smart.
What kind of sales are you going to get from people that are just flipping through?
Mm-hmm. No, it's smart. You know, I don't have the cojones to do that. Like me, I got to get out there. You know, and it's good to know that though, dude. You know, and he's almost funded, so that's gonna be. It's gonna be cool. Launch? He just launched like Monday, I think. So
okay,
he's doing pretty good. And
but still, I mean, shit, he should have made that by now. That book looks fucking dope as fuck. You know, it's Donald.
It's Donald, but it's it's just like the Bidenomics era. You know what I mean? It's a little. I know. Tough. It's a little tougher now.
It is true. Yeah, there's no question that the economy, the fact that it costs like $100 to fill a bag of groceries, it, you know, definitely has affected the crowdfunding market.
And there's been a big campaign that launched that even one of your characters is in. This just launched a few hours ago, and this is the Iron Age Icons trading card set by Adam Miller. And yeah, man, I was gonna try to hit him up to have him do a Butch Cleaver card, but that shit was done with the quickening. Like everybody got in there like foop, 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 and got their cards spoken for pretty quick. But I'm guessing it's gonna be a hit, and he's gonna do probably at least 2 more campaigns, season 2 and 3 or whatnot, you know, or series 2.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm a little butthurt because our boy Vaughn didn't do a close-up, because he did this trailer, by the way, because Vaughn's like that, right? Yeah. He does trailers for a lot of people. He's somebody that believes in giving back to the community. But you know, you see all these cards, and then he just he doesn't show like the 6-gun gorilla one. I'm gonna bring that up and share it on my screen if you want to check it out, because it's fucking dope too.
Let's look at it. Let's
see.
I'm gonna play this.
Oh, what is this? That's our art contest winner, if you can believe that.
Adam Miller, who are you?
The winner is Adam Miller.
So this one, yes, this one is Adam Miller. It's pretty amazing.
Well, no, I'm saying he's probably a very interesting.
Mad crazy skills.
Adam Miller.
Like he just won a contest, but he won another contest.
Adam Miller is incredible on this. Absolutely crushing it right now. We should artists illustrate. Oh, you go for the dark.
I saw your name though. I saw your name.
A quick flash.
I saw your name up in there though,
motherfucker. No, look, this campaign looks dope. Adam contacted me about doing Six Gun Gorilla for this because he really wanted to do that character. Like, nice. I'm going to say no.
Right?
Yeah. I shared my screen if you want to throw that up real quick and tell me if that shit's not worthy of.
Oh yeah.
Of inclusion in the trailer.
Oh, that's dope, dude. Yeah, it's definitely one of the best.
Is that sick?
Definitely one of the best ones because there's some characters that don't really do anything. They just like, I got a gun. You know what I mean? So they're not as fun to stare at as like a big fucking monster gorilla kicking some ass.
Right.
You know? I mean, it's just a fact.
A genre thing.
Yep. So, no, that's cool,
beautiful.
Man. That's fucking badass. I remember seeing that like a few weeks ago. Like, damn, dog, that'd be a fucking dope ass cover, you know?
Yeah, I might use it as one, with of course with his permission. But I already asked him like, hey, can I use this for like promos and that sort of thing? He was like, hell yeah. So
yeah, for sure, man. That's
beautiful.
Dope. I like yeah, love his influences, man. But yeah, let me see the campaign page here. Sorry.
Don't apologize. It's not apologizing is not a very metal thing to do, sir. I mean, when you fuck up,
you apologize.
Here
we go. So here's the campaign, man. He's going to be coming on here in a couple weeks, and we're going to do a deep dive on Open the Gates. And yeah, man, I just wanted to show it off. If you guys can get in here, back this. This is like the Marvel Masterpieces. Kind of like the Joe Jusko stuff, and he's a Joe Jusko stan, obviously. And he says that, and he has a character called Chokeslam that looks dope. That's a book that he's been talking about for a while too. Cool name for a character, cool concept.
Yeah, it is.
But get in here, guys. Make it happen. These books, these are going to be cool.
Where's he at right now?
He's at 4K right now. He's doing good.
Nice.
But
Those cards are one comic.
Making those cards ain't cheap, dude. That's at least $4,000 just for 40 cards. It's at least $4,000 just to print them. That's not even shipping, and that's not even like making any profit.
Right.
For like basic printing of cards, depends. And that was before Bidenomics. It's probably even more now.
Right. But I mean, that's always kind of been, at least like the long game players in our scene, always about, making enough money to then put that into like the next book or the next project.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do for my next book. That's going into Hell War, or just the next Rune Cutter comic,
Yep. That's kind of how shit works for us.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Go and check
Yeah, this
it
looks
out.
great, man.
Yeah, when he announced it, I was just like, damn, that's gonna be fun,
Most certainly, for sure,
man. How is your day going so far, man?
Okay, semi productive. Did a little. I'm at my favorite stage right now with the comic, and it's a little dark in here. But this is what I call my
screen.
Oh. Let me try and mehr Licht, more light. Yeah, so this is where I basically open the files in GIMP and then letter them myself. And you can see my lettering is for shit. I don't even really intend it to. It doesn't have to be good. It just gives me an idea of whether there's enough room for the dialogue on each page in each panel, because I don't want to make the page look crowded.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of pages that don't even have any dialogue, that are just silent, and that's something that I decided about from the first book. It's like, don't try to convince people what a great dialogue writer you are. Even though people like praise me for my dialogue, it's like, don't try showing off because that's kind of an amateur move. And I mean, the pencils, of course, I can't wait to really show people this page right here.
That's
like
cool,
you can
man.
really see it.
I like how you print it all out like that.
Punching that dude's eyeball out.
That's sick, man.
Yeah. So, and also worked a little bit on the Puritanian. Too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, me too. And did a little reading. Been coming back to this. This is The King in Yellow.
Oh, shit.
This is the first book. It's by Robert W. Chambers. It was written in 1895. And it kind of blows your mind because he kind of predicted a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But it's like set like in an alternate reality. And there's a book called The King in Yellow. Actually, it's a play. And anybody who reads it goes insane. So long before H.P. Lovecraft created the Necronomicon, the other book that drives you batshit crazy, The King in Yellow, was the first. And evidently, and I love this little detail, it's not you can read the first act of the play because it's a play, right?
Yeah.
You can read the first act of the play, still be okay. But if you find the second act, that's it, man. You're gone. You're bonkers and potentially homicidal.
Damn, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I got to finish reading that Savage Tales of Solomon Kane. Right now, I got all the new Conan books. Like, I guess got to go pick them up from the LCS tomorrow. And I'm starting to do reviews on some LCS books now, just because there's cool books for the most part. So I read the last Ronin Part 2. I haven't read the last Ronin. I'm going to do reviews on those too, just for fun. Yeah, man, I'm doing Conan. Probably going to read Savage Tales first. I just did a review on Bloodrick. That's going to be dropping probably on Monday. That book was crazy. And yeah, man.
Sword and Sorcery coming back, dude.
Sword and Sorcery's coming back strong, man.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of sword and sorcery and monsters. The Beast of Gévaudan. is a historic name associated with the man-eating animal, or animals that terrorized the former province of Gévaudan, consisting of the modern-day department of Les Oreilles and part of, I don't know how to pronounce that. I need Sam over here to save me, of South Central France between 1764 and 1767. I got a little French in me. My grandma was French. The attacks, which covered an area spanning 90 by 80 kilometers, were said to have been committed by one or more beasts of a tawny/russet color with dark streaks/stripes and dark stripes down its back, a tail longer than a wolf's tail, ending in a tuft, according to contemporary eyewitnesses. It was said to attack with formidable teeth and claws and appeared to be the size of a calf or cow and seemed to fly or bound across fields towards its victims. These descriptions from period could identify the beast as a young lion, a striped hyena, a large wolf, a large dog, or a wolf dog. Though its identity is still the subject of debate, the Kingdom of France used considerable amounts of wealth and manpower to hunt the animals responsible, including the resources of several nobles, soldiers, royal huntsmen, and civilians. The number of victims differs according to the source. A 1987 study estimated there had been 210 attacks, resulting in 113 deaths and 49 injuries. 98 of the victims were killed and partly eaten. Other sources claim that the animal or animals killed between 60 and 100 adults and children and injured more than 30 victims were often killed by having their throats torn out. The beast was reported killed several times before the attacks had finally stopped. The beginnings. So I could go reading more of this, but basically King Louis, he brought in a bunch of people. They even allegedly said that they got the beast and they stuffed like a wolf or something like that, and everyone thought everything was cool, and the beast just kept killing people, and yeah, man.
It was aggressive. Like whatever aggressive. This thing was, it was a man killer. It was like a man eater. And kind of like there's that there's a movie and books and everything about these two lions in Africa that seemed almost sort of supernatural. How they just had a hard on just for going after humans. That's always what this reminded me of. And there's different theories as to what it was. I mean, who knows?
Look at this one right here. I don't know if this is just what was the Beast of Gévaudan? You see that big one right there?
Yeah.
I think that's in a museum in France. What if it was that, dude? That's crazy.
Fucking cool.
Right? I saw that today doing research for the stream, and I was just like, wow, dude, that's fucking awesome.
That is. That's a great monster design. Because generally when we think of that monster, we think like, oh, it was probably like a lion or something like that some nobleman had that just got loose.
Yeah.
Or something like that. You would like to think that it was an animal of some kind.
Yeah, like my brain always pictures something like that. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Like totally that.
Something that's malignant. That's like that has a hard on for fucking people up.
And there's a lot
of Shark in Jaws or Grendel and Beowulf.
Crazy stuff, man. And that's like we're like the werewolf kind of spawned. Like you can go to the France. Here's a picture, and there's someone fighting the beast. I mean, who knows? It could have been a last surviving animal that was part of an evolutionary strain. That lived on in the caves and came out.
That's possible too. Unlikely, but definitely possible.
I don't know. It's always been fascinating to me. They reference it in so many things. The Wolfman. Yeah. What was it? Max von Sydow,
of course, most memorably, in which it's a tiger that's been outfitted with like armor and like steel claws. So it's basically some sick bastards got a tiger and then like armed it and armed and armored it to make it even more lethal.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, that's one of my favorite legends. Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, because it's like it's one of those mysteries that's always going to remain a mystery.
Oh yeah, no, it's like Jack the Ripper. I mean, they kind of threw him out. But
like every couple of years, you know, this new book that comes out, you know, a little TV special or something. We've discovered the identity of Jack the Ripper. It's like, shut the fuck up. It's like
the Beast just wants some parts.
The Beast just wants some pats. Oh, like some cuddles.
Pats.
Want some cuddles? Yeah, I don't think so.
Later, Keith. Thanks for stopping by.
Peace out, Keith.
Appreciate it.
And the detail also that it always went for the throat.
Yeah, that's
right?
very specific.
That's not,
you know?
Yeah, because I would think that it was like, you know, that it couldn't be one animal. Maybe it was like a pack of wolves, because that's a thing that people don't understand. It's like, yeah, it's fucked up and wrong that they exterminated all the wolves, but there was a reason why people were afraid of wolves.
Right. Yeah, they would, because
right?
they were eating everybody, you know. And like there was
they were a danger, you know, in a pack. One of them,
yeah,
not a problem.
Right.
But there's a pack. Oh shit.
Yeah, you're done, dude.
You're done. You know, most likely, unless they're like really well armed, and even then, you're gonna have your fucking hands full.
Oh, for sure, man. Well, it's that time for the game. You guys ready for a little decoding?
Shit. Hell yeah.
Let's see. I got one. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to figure it out. Chris, where you at? Here we go.
He always gets it.
Black metal decode.
See if you guys can get this one. I'm gonna give you guys a second.
Oh my. Because I got flummoxed by the last one for the first time. Oh shit! You're gonna. Is there any way that you can blow that up? I need glasses. Yeah, glasses aren't helping. Yeah, no, I'm tapping out.
I knew we were gonna eventually reach the part, you know, where like
yeah, it makes me happy actually.
It's like finally, huh?
Yeah, like last week, but this one especially.
All right, Keith. Some person, Chris. The band's name is Onskept, so it's kind of hard to read that, but yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard. It's funny too because it's got the Devil Driver uses that symbol down there a lot too. The band Devil Driver, but yeah, I knew I would eventually start. I knew I would eventually get somebody. You know, it can't last all the time.
Yeah, and I think also. It like last week's, if I know the band's name, right, that makes it right, because I'm just like, that's like the Enslaved one. I was surprised, right? Because I loved them back in the day, and but eventually it's like you get it, right? Because once all you have to do is decipher a couple of letters and then start running through the names of bands in your head,
and then snap. Yeah, and then it comes around.
Yeah.
When are you launching a 6-gun, the next 6-gun?
I was originally thinking like late March, but it may be in April, because
April's pretty nice. March is starting to get thick. I've noticed like 2 years ago, because I was always planning on launching St. Patrick's Day and the book St. Patrick's Snake Slayer. You know, eventually they kind of line it up with that, and now people like are dropping, like it's a very popular month now. I think probably because people are getting their taxes done, and it kind of lines up and make it back and things like that, you know. March is my favorite month of the year. So is April, dude. Like they're both like, but I like March more just because I'm really like, I get like the jitters like this. I love like this week of the year. I love like St. Patrick's Day. I got 2 corned beefs. I got my Guinness already. We're watching Darby O'Gill and the Little People. I watched like Irish documentary. I do all that shit. Like,
have you seen Darby O'Gill before?
Oh yeah, I've seen it like 100 times.
Right.
I'll go watch The Quiet Man when the kids like we watched The Quiet Man too. Actually, it's pretty tame, you know. So just long, it's kind of boring. But Darby O'Gill is pretty fun. It's got like banshees in it, and Sean Connery's old dumbass.
Brownies.
So, yeah.
The original short stories are great too, but it does a great job of adapting those. And for those of you that haven't seen Darby O'Gill and the Little People, it's about the town drunk in Ireland who's always telling people stories about his adventures with the little people, brownies, fairies, right? And so people could cajole him, and he's like he's a local character, right? And he's like, I'll tell you more stories, and feed him drinks, and he'll just fucking talk about the brownies all freaking night. But then it turns out he actually is variants. That he's not making it up. He's like fucking with leprechauns, actually. Yeah, what we would call leprechauns. Leprechauns are brownies.
As good as it, like for Irish folklore, there's nothing that comes close to it. Like still, and it's old as fuck, and it's a Disney movie. And it was a pretty kind of a big hit when it came out, like for the time. Had a pretty catchy song that Connery was singing and whatnot. And
she is my one, my darling one.
Yeah, exactly. And it's got banshees in it, and I did a review on it years ago. I still have it up on this channel if you guys want to check it out. Sometimes I'll do reviews of movies, and I'll try to sketch something just for fun, like a quick sketch of something, and talk about it. That's like the only draw streams I have. But I haven't really. I am going to start working in movie reviews too again, just because they're fun and they're fun to talk about. But speaking of movies, and kind of basically trampolining back into the topic, I wanted you guys to check this movie out. Brian was dropping some deep cut knowledge on this, and we're just going to basically kind of go back to it, and it kind of keeps with the theme of the show a little bit. So here you go. You guys could check this one out. Screen Factory.
Yep. Physical media, bitches.
It was at the dawn of the Age of Reason that first appeared the beast upon the county of Gévaudan. Possessed with enormous strength, it would strike without warning and disappear without a trace. When all hope seemed lost, the king sent 2 men determined to unravel the mystery. What they uncovered was a world of deception and a struggle for power that was far more dangerous than anything they could have imagined.
I played the Crow on TV.
Universal Pictures and Studio Canal proudly present to American audiences the French motion picture sensation Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Yeah, that movie is freaking awesome. I have it.
It is.
I have the DVD. I remember like seeing the pictures of it in the newspaper, like because I was like big old like movie nerd as a kid, and just I love seeing them in the the calendar section of the newspaper, and having the I think it was called the calendar section for some reason where the movies were, and just seeing that picture, the movie with the face covered up, with the mask, and I don't know, man. I never really watched it till later on in life. Damn, and learn about the Brotherhood or Beast of Everdawn, because I was doing research on werewolves, and that's how I found out about it. And yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and what's funny is that's also kind of like a hybrid, right?
Yeah,
because it's a little bit of it's a costume drama, it's a horror story, but then it's also like a Hong Kong style action film.
Yeah, and then it's like
a political, like really dope.
It's dope, dude, and it's kind of like a political, like French political, like aristocracy, like
historical drama.
Yeah, like in
Yeah,
like the whole like secret societies and whatnot of France, the aristocracy and keeping things at bay and a brotherhood cult. I thought that was cool. I'm like, damn, this movie could almost be remade. Like it's such a cool like outlandish topic, but I'm like, why remake it? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Especially don't remake it just to have it in fucking English like they always do. That one, it's perfectly fine. And then there's a dubbed version, I guarantee you. But yeah, great cast in that. Fucking Vincent Cassel.
Yeah,
love
awesome,
that dude. Mark Dacascos also in that.
Yeah.
Monica Bellucci. Oh, Monica Bellucci.
Yeah, man. And the Beast is cool, man. Like some of it's CGI, I believe, but it's a Jim Henson creature. So there is some actual stop. I have a picture of it on the thumbnail. I was gonna do more, but if you check it out, and I think it is a tiger, from my understanding. Like Brian was saying, that's just all like been abused and whatnot. And
spoilers.
I mean, like something in me is like, it's not just a tiger though. It's something else. You know what I mean?
I was actually kind of disappointed by that. Right? It was an interesting idea.
Yeah.
But I was a little disappointed by that. It's like, no, it should be a fucking monster.
Yeah, it should be a monster. Yeah.
Right.
Dude. And I like the whip that bone sword that Castle has.
Yes.
Well, I don't want to. Yeah, but yeah, definitely go check it out, guys. That movie's fucking dope.
Yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Don't not watch it because you're like, oh, it's a French movie, so it's gonna be like really talky and pretentious. No. Christophe Gans, the guy who directed this, did the Crying Freeman movie.
Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast was good too. I liked it. The CGI was kind of dodgy in certain spots, but it was better than the Disney one, I thought.
It's a bad movie. Oh well, I mean, I didn't even bother watching the Disney one, right?
Yeah.
But I was disappointed by it. Interesting thing, the movie that he did after this, I've never seen. He did the Silent Hill movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Silent Hill movie.
Is that any good?
Yeah, it's the best video game movie ever made. Yeah. And then the second one, that's right. That's who I knew. It's a really fucking good horror movie. Sean Bean's in it too.
He's a very underrated director.
Hard recommend. And the second movie is directed by I forgot his name, dude. The guy that did Solomon Kane. So the second one's pretty good too. Not as good as the first one, but pretty good. Michael Bassett, I think that's what his name is.
Which series is this?
Silent Hill, the second Silent Hill.
Oh, Silent Hill, yeah, of course. Yeah. Sorry.
So they're both. The first one's great. The second one's cool. It's got like Kit Harington and Trinity from The Matrix. I forgot her name. And Michael Bassett directs it. But yeah, they're both good. And Sean Bean is in the second one too. So it's like kind of carries over. And yeah, best video game movie that I've seen that that was, I don't know. They have the new Fallout coming out too. So I never played that game. They have a lot of these Borderlands and Fallout, like these kind of
I've been watching like
person shooters.
Trailers, man.
Yeah, I'll check them out, but it's like,
Yeah, the best video game adaptation ever, in my opinion, is the animated series Arcane. Have you seen that yet?
No.
Arcane League of Legends. It's like I give a fuck about League of Legends, and then I start hearing like, "Hey, this is exceptional. Like this is like really, really good," and blew my mind.
Did you see Dante's Inferno, the cartoon, the little anime? It's on Tubi.
Yeah.
That one was really good. The game was really good too. I don't know if you played the game.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
the Dead Space animated film is really good.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
To check that out.
Good. Yeah, I recommend it. But Arcane just blew my mind. If you haven't seen that, I'm guessing you haven't.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's a must see. It's an achievement. I'm talking everything in that: the music, the writing, the voice acting, the storytelling, the animation. It's and it's like a French animation that's like done like with computers, but it looks like it's hand drawn.
Huh.
Yeah, so it has like a unique look to it. It's exceptional. Yeah, fantastic.
Man, what movie we're gonna do on the Horror Movie Club this week? You got any ideas?
I was thinking maybe Bay of Blood because on Ink Slayers, Homeboy Sim was like doing Jason Voorhees, or they were just doing Friday the 13th.
Oh,
so
okay.
like this Alex did Jason Voorhees, but from part 2. right? Sack with like the hole for like his one eye, his one working eye. And yeah, no, I don't know. Do you have any ideas? I mean, because you know me, I've got a list. Oh, actually, Frankenstein, the true story. It was on Tubi. It's not on Tubi anymore. I mean, if I can find that somewhere else where it's streaming, or if it's on YouTube or something like that, I'll pick that one, because that is criminally underseen.
That sounds
and you know
dope.
me, I'm a Frankenstein fan.
Oh yeah, I want to watch some Christopher Lee, like Dracula. That's what I'm in the mood for, like tonight. I still got to work on a little bit of Hell
Which
War.
ones of the series have you seen?
Dracula Has Risen from the Grave.
That's my favorite.
Horror of Dracula. Dracula's always like, that one's always been my favorite, but I want to watch all of them, dude. You know, but there's something like I kind of like to keep going back to Dracula's Risen from the Grave. But I want to watch them all.
The sweet spot.
Just
right, because there were there's Horror of Dracula, which was just Dracula. It was just released here as Horror of Dracula, and then second was Brides of Dracula, which doesn't have Christopher Lee. It has a Count Meinster, has a different vampire. That movie's awesome too. And then there's Dracula, Prince of Darkness, Dracula's Risen from the Grave, and Taste the Blood of Dracula. And those three movies, that's the fucking sweet spot. But they're all fun. Dracula AD 1972 is fun.
He just became like my favorite Dracula. Like he's just like metal Dracula.
What I tell you, bro. Yeah, no, there ain't no half stepping. Christopher Lee is Dracula
in a metal band. So cool.
Yes, dude was a fucking fascinating guy.
I still have one more episode of Swamp Thing to watch, or 1.5. So, and then I want to watch before they rip it off Tubi. So I started watching that last night.
It's the Swamp Thing series. Would you agree that that's really good, and it deserved like a second season?
Oh, 100%, man. It's criminal that they had to get rid of it. They have so much other cat shit stuff out there right now. And it's just like, why not have this? You know what I mean?
It's superhero fatigue. No, it's dog shit fatigue.
Totally, dude. Well, shit, man. It's been going about an hour now. Probably gonna say goodnight to everybody. Thanks, Brian, for coming on.
My pleasure, brother.
Brian, where can we find you?
You can find me on the YouTubes. You can find me on the YouTubes at Brian Christgau 1415. You can find me on the Twatters at Brian Christgau. You can find me on the Facebooks at Brian Christgau. Not a hard guy to find, and I have an unusual name, so just type my name into the Google and you'll find me. But yeah, thanks for having me on, Matt. Always a pleasure, sir. Always a pleasure.
Likewise, brother. And you guys can find me on Twitter at Runecutter Comics or here, and you can find me at BatMerc on Instagram if you want to check out that for whatever reason. And everybody, thanks for watching. Remember, next week we're going to be launching Butch Cleaver 1 and 2 for a little party show. Going to have some prizes and fun, and it's going to be.
I'm going to have to drink. You know me, I never drink. I'm going to have to get
Patrick's Day, dude. So
I know.
So I'm going to be probably cooking some corned beef for sure, like the night before, me or the lady, hopefully. Eating some cheese and drinking some Guinness, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And talking a little bit of Butch Cleaver and some other cool stuff. Some metal too. It is going to be Metal Movies and Brewskis, but it's going to be also the launch stream. So, and we might have a few guests on. I've been hitting some people up. They're saying they're down, but things change, so it'll be pretty fun. And as always, folks, thanks for watching. Always remember to be bold, be brave, and roll the bones to know your role. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
I awaken from a cold cocoon inside